In this video, I'm going to show you how I made $66,700 profit in a month selling options. And I'll also show you the core concepts and some actionable strategies behind it. You can see screenshots from my two trading accounts here. In the first one, I made $40,800 profit. And in the second one, I made $25,800. In my last week's video, I showed you that I was up more than $50,000 this month, but that was the combined total of both these accounts. In this screenshot, I'm showing both of them separately, but you don't have to take my word for it or just believe the screenshots. We will go right into my live account where I will show you everything, all my wins, all my losses, and my year-to-date performance. If you stay till the end, I will teach you a highly profitable strategy, which is also small account friendly.
My results are not typical. I am not a financial advisor. I do not make any claims or guarantees about what you can do with these strategies. This channel is purely for education purposes, so consult your financial advisor before making any financial decisions.
Now let's dive into my live account and I will show you the real performance. My broker is E-Trade, which is one of the top US-based regulated brokers. It's not a prop funding account. It's not a demo account. It's a real account with real money. So let's log in and jump right in. The first account you're seeing here is up $25,800 this month. Now let's switch to the second account, and the second account is up $40,800 this month. And over here, you can see all my trades, wins and losses. I'm hiding the ticker names for privacy reasons, but you can see that most of them are winners here, and there are a couple of small losses. My biggest loss was like $1,200, but if you look at my biggest win, that's $15,000. So I have a huge asymmetric risk reward here, and I have a couple of wins in $5,000 range and a whole bunch of trades between $2,000 to $3,000 profit. Now you can see here the total value of this account is $190,000. I started this account back in February with just $100,000 in capital, and it's up $90,000 year to date, and it's up $40,000 just this month. This is my challenge account, which I share with my private community, and my goal with this account is to make $10,000 a month, but I've been averaging well over $15,000 every month, and this month I've made like $40,000 in profit. And you can see here that 58% of this is invested into options and 40% is in cash. Now in this case, I'm now playing with house money. Because I started with $100,000 and now it's up 90K, I'm actually not taking a lot of risk because my biggest losses are $1,200. And these are very safe trades using a very safe strategy. The account value is now up $191,000, but I started with $100,000, and you can see the year-to-date performance chart here. Started this back in February, and in February, I made 12.5% profit. So my goal was to make $10,000 a month. In first month, I did well over that goal. And then I stopped trading in March and April because of the heightened volatility. And I resumed trading back at the end of May, and it's been constantly growing up since, making 10, 20, or even 30% in a month. And now it's up 75% year to date in about 5 months of trading. Overall, if you see that this account actually never went into a loss. So over here, you can see in February, I made 12%. In March and April, I did not make any trades. I resumed trading in May and made 6.8% return in a month. In June, I made 11.4%. In July, I made 11.12%. In August, it says 16.5% of realized gain, but actually I'm up about 30% this month. The total profit is actually $91,000. That's because there is also $14,000 of unrealized gain. So the 75% profit you see in the chart does not account for the $14,000 in unrealized gain. And today I'm up about $2,500 on this account. And it's not just me. In my private mentorship group, there are people who are making even more money than me. Like this one made $87,000 profit this month, and this guy made $60,000 profit. I've hidden their names to protect their privacy, but you can see that there is like a wall of gains making $10,000, $13,000, $6,000, $5,000, $8,000. So pretty much everyone is making a lot of profits, but there can also be someone who loses money in a month, right? Even though we are all trading similar strategies, but risk management and position sizing can make a big big difference. I get a lot of comments and messages from you guys asking me how you can be part of this program. The answer is that it's a private program. It's invite only. I don't really accept a lot of clients, but you don't even need my program. I literally share a lot of my highly profitable strategies on this channel. You can see comments across all my videos about people making thousands of dollars in profit using the strategies I share on this channel. And it's completely free. So go ahead and hit the subscribe button and like this video. If you want to learn even better strategies that make profit even if the market goes up, down, or in circles, generate monthly options income, set and forget with a high win rate, and comes with rolling and adjustment options to turn losing trades into winners or break even, then you can sign up for it on my website in the link in the description below. Now, I have been teasing it for a while, and many of you have asked me, like, when is it coming? When is it coming? It's going to launch at some point in September. I don't have an exact date yet. So if you sign up on the website below, you will get it first as soon as it's ready for you. Here is my full playbook. I don't really enjoy day trading. I sell options to earn a consistent monthly income. In both my accounts, I traded with approximately $200,000 in total capital. I use set and forget strategies. I teach you a lot of these set and forget strategies on this channel. You can go on my channel and find more videos on different strategies. And I'm going to teach you a couple of more strategies in this video as well. I'm able to manage my trades in 1 to 2 hours a day. At a given time, I have about 5 to 10 active positions, and my duration for these trades is about 2 to 6 weeks. Now let's first understand the core concepts, and then I will teach you some highly effective and set and forget strategies. In the options market, there are 2 sides for every trade. There is an option seller and then there is a buyer. Whenever you want to buy any option, an option seller has to sell an option to you and you pay them a premium for it. Now let's say I'm an option seller and you are an option buyer. I own 100 shares of Hood stock, which is currently trading at 104, and you want to buy a 110 strike call from me. To buy this call, you will have to pay me $563 in credit, but I will need 100 shares of Robinhood to be able to underwrite this call. So in case I don't have 100 shares already, I can buy them for $10,400 and then I can sell you a 110 strike call option for it, and I will receive $563 credit for it. Now let's visualize this trade in option strat to understand how the game is rigged against option buyers. So if you want to buy this 110 call from me with 1 month expiry, you will pay me $562 credit, but the game is rigged against you. You have an uphill climb. The stock has to go up 11% just for you to break even. And there is only 28% chance of profit. Even if the stock moves up by 15%, in that case, you can make 80% profit, but there is a very slim chance that's going to happen. The stock needs to move 15% in just 1 month, which is kind of rare. And now this is how it looks from the option seller side of things. An option seller is going to receive $562 credit and he has 62% chance of making profit. Now there are going to be 3 scenarios. If the stock goes up, I will make 12% profit. Even if the stock goes up by 5%, I will make 12% profit. If the stock goes up by 12%, I will still make 12% profit. But the downside is if the stock goes parabolic, goes up 20%, my maximum upside is 12%, but I have a very high probability of making that profit. If the stock stays the same, I will still make profit. In that case, I will make 6.7% profit. And if the stock goes down, I can still break even. If the stock goes down a lot, let's say it goes down 11%. In that case, my loss is only going to be 5.5%. So this is also providing me a downside protection. Now let's go over a couple of scenarios to understand how as an option seller, you have a huge advantage in the market and you can make money whether the market goes up, down, or in circles. So if the stock stays the same, an option buyer is going to lose $563 and the option seller will keep his 100 shares and he will pocket this $563 as profit. Because I receive this credit, my cost basis is now reduced to $98. And then I can sell another covered call for the next month. If the stock goes up over my strike price, let's say it goes to 111, in that case also, I will keep this $563 credit, but my shares will be called away at 110 price. In that case, I will still make a total profit of $1,163 in just 1 month. And an option buyer is going to get these shares assigned to him at $115 price. And in this case, he's actually still going to lose $400. If the stock price goes down to 100, then in that case, an option buyer is going to lose his $563. I will get to keep $563 credit, and I will also keep my 100 shares. But now my cost basis has been reduced to $98.37. And even though stock went down, I can still make $163 profit in this trade. And then I can sell a covered call again for the next month. If the stock drops down a lot, let's say it goes down to 90, in this case, the option buyer is still going to lose $563 and I will get $563 credit. I will keep my 100 shares. My cost basis has been reduced to 98. But in this case, I will have a $37 loss. Now, if I did not sell the covered call and I was just holding the shares, in that case, I would have actually lost more money. I would have lost $1,400. Now, in this scenario, with my reduced cost basis, I can wait for the stock price to go back to above break even. So I can wait for it to go to $100 and then I can sell another covered call again for the next month and collect another $500 in premium. But this strategy requires me to invest $10,000 in a single trade. If you don't want to invest $10,000 in a single trade, then we can use this next strategy called a diagonal spread, and it's also called a poor man's covered call. With this strategy, we can execute a similar trade with a fraction of the capital and achieve much higher percentage returns. For a diagonal spread trade, we are going to buy an in-the-money long-term call. So in this case, I can buy a 90 strike call for March 2026 expiry for $2,700, and then I can sell a 115 strike call for next month expiry for about $400 in credit. So in this case, I'm buying an in-the-money 90 strike call with 6 months expiry. This is around 70 delta, and then I'm going to sell an out of the money call with monthly expiry at 30 delta. And the total debit for this trade is going to be about $2,300. So instead of paying $10,000, this trade can be made for just $2,300. Now in this trade, we have a profit potential of $1,000 in just 1 month. There is 57% chance of making profit, and there is even downside protection. Even if the stock goes down by 3%, I can still break even. So now there are going to be 3 scenarios in this trade. Scenario number 1 is the stock goes up. So if it goes up, in that case, I can make up to 45% profit if it goes to 115 strike by my expiry. And if the stock stays the same, I can make about 13 to 15% profit. If the stock goes down, then I can lose money. So if it comes down to 100, I'm going to break even. But if it goes down to 93, let's say if it goes down 11%, in that case, I'm going to be down 22%. But look at the asymmetric risk reward we have here. So if we are going with 115 price target, which is above 11% the current price, I can make 45%. But if it goes down 11%, I'm only going to lose 22%. So my reward is twice of the risk. And I have more than 50% chance of winning. So here we have an asymmetric edge. So if I enter this trade, my plan of action for this trade is going to be, if it runs up, if it goes to my 115 strike call, then I will take profit, usually between 30 to 40%. And if the price comes down to my 90 call strike, in that case, I can exit this trade for a 20% loss. There is another thing to keep in mind, that if the stock really goes parabolic, let's say if it goes up 20%, in that case, if it goes beyond your 15% strike, you will make less profit than the 45% max profit, but it is still going to be a very good profit. So in that case, maybe instead of 45, I might make 35 or 40% profit, but it is still a big win. If the stock goes to my 115 call strike and I want to still stay in this trade, there is also an option to roll this trade out to next month expiry, but that is going to be a topic for another video. And you can also play around with the strikes and expiry dates to find a more optimal risk reward scenario. So let's say if instead of selling 115 call, I sell 110 strike call. In that case, I will have higher chance of profit. So my chance of profit has now increased to 62%, and my downside protection has also increased to -5%. Now in this case, I would want to play in a smaller range. So if the stock runs up to my 110 call strike, I can make up to 38% profit in a month. But if the stock comes down, I want to stay in this 6% up or down range. So in that case, my lower band is going to be 98. So if the stock comes down to 98, I will exit this trade maybe somewhere between 3 to 6% loss. Once I enter this trade, it's going to be a set and forget process for me. The only thing I have to watch is that if the price goes out of my range, then I will either take profit or exit for a loss, but it does not really requires any day-to-day management. When you're using strategies like this, you have a real edge in the market. Instead of gambling, you are basically the casino and you win most of the time. And you win, your wins are bigger, and when you lose, your losses are going to be smaller. If you really want to get life-changing results, here are a few things that you should keep in mind. Nobody ever got rich by copying trade signals. I'm sure many of you must have tried different Discord groups for trade signals. Ask yourself, have you ever really made money by following any trade signals? If not, then why do you keep hopping on from one Discord to another Discord to another? There is literally nobody in the world who has made money doing that. And don't get scammed by unrealistic things like turn $100 into $1 million, things like Forex and crypto, which are completely rigged games, and funded prop firms, which are basically scams giving you demo accounts and stealing your money. What you should do is understand the core concepts and how the market works, invest in your education, and focus on just 2 to 3 profitable strategies and do them on repeat. You don't need to learn everything about everything. All you need to learn is a couple of strategies that work for you, that work with your lifestyle, and just execute them on repeat. That's exactly what I do. If you want to learn even better strategies that make profit even if the market goes up, down, or in circles, generate monthly options income, set and forget with a high win rate, and comes with rolling and adjustment options to turn losing trades into winners or break even, then you can sign up for it on my website in the description below. Now, I have been teasing it for a while and many of you have asked me like, when is it coming? When is it coming? It's going to launch at some point in September. I don't have an exact date yet. So if you sign up on the website below, you will get it first as soon as it's ready for you. If you have any questions about any strategies or concepts we discussed in this video, ask them in the comments. I will try to answer as many as possible.